Is the guaranteed high just -3.
680 News Time, 7:43.
Now the Scotia iTrade Market Minute.
Over to Mike Apple at the 680 Business Center. How's it going there, Mike?
Not bad, Paul. We've got a pretty steady morning, though, on the markets. Haven't seen a lot of activity, and it's more out in the stock futures indicators, which are close to break even. Dow futures up 4 points. HBC back in the spotlight this morning with an investor advisory group coming out in favor of the Richard Baker-led privatization bid for Canada's oldest retail brand. We'll see if that moves HBC back about $9 a share. It was down yesterday. Price for oil down 29 cents, 58.95, and the dollar flat, 75.5 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get up to $1,500 cash and $6.99 pricing, or up to 500 free equity trades. Details at scotiaitrade.com/winter20.
Still to come on 680 News.
A new fitness challenge, courtesy of a Mississauga woman, has our entire newsroom frustrated, out of breath, and in disbelief.
680 News Time,
Morning to all of us about it, so we'll all try. And we can all be frustrated and all that other shit too, buddy.
You never have to worry about.
I broke it.
And easy and all done great combo. Just like rest and relaxation. Peanut butter and jam. And socks and sandals. It's like my feet are inside and outside. Ballet by Park and Fly. It's the easiest and quickest way to park happy. Plus, get an optional oil change or detailing while you're away. Visit parkandfly.ca for details.
Every Volvo is thoughtfully made with you and your family in mind. Designed to spoil with unprecedented luxury and Scandinavian craftsmanship. And with legendary safety features that come standard, you can help protect what matters most. The Volvo Family Event is the perfect time to get the vehicle your family deserves. Lease or finance at 2.9% and receive a holiday bonus of up to $4,000 on select models. Visit your GTA Volvo retailer or volvocars.ca.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
A few flurries today, guaranteed high of -3. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center in downtown Toronto. I'm Catherine Jeté.
I'm Paul Cook, and here are the top stories this Wednesday morning.
Just one lane getting by on the northbound 410 at Williams Parkway because of a police investigation. Police say a traffic stop led to one person being tasered. 2 arrests have been made.
Classes are canceled today.
It's not even 8 o'clock yet. They already tasered
the union representing
people.
public secondary teachers stages a one-day strike in an attempt to jumpstart stalled contract talks.
And this just into 680 News. Time has revealed its Person of the Year. The 2019 designation goes to Greta Thunberg, making her the youngest person ever to be named Person of the Year.
For these and other stories, go to 680news.com.
Once upon a time it was Hitler.
Time now for 680 Sports.
From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Simon Bennett.
All full money for Freddie Anderson and a victory for the Maple Leafs in Vancouver. 38 saves, including back-to-back breakaway stops, and Brock Besser, who's a very good Canucks young star. John Tavares leading the way with a pair of goals and 3 points. Leafs beat the Canucks 4-1 and then 6-3 under Sheldon Keefe. They're in Calgary next tomorrow. As you know, it's a big night for Raptors Nation. Kawhi Leonard expected to get a very warm welcome back on the Raptors faithful as he plays his first game in Toronto.
We all got the free tattoos, right. Everybody's got the free tattoos part of the nation now.
Is at 7 o'clock, and a huge deal in baseball. Garrett Cole signed for the Yankees. 9 years, $324 million. Sports at 15 and 45 best every hour, or anytime at the home of Tim and Sid now on radio and TV. Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
680 News Time, 7:47.
There's something truly beautiful about getting something in an instant. And until January 9th, Bosch and Appliance Canada are offering instant rebates of up to $2,300 on select Bosch appliance packages. Plus, an added $500 in added rebates on kitchen packages. Find even more instant rebates of 25%, up to $500 with the Ontario Energy Star Rebate Program, paid for by the Government of Canada. See in store for details. Visit ApplianceCanada.com for a location near you in Toronto, Vaughan, or Mississauga. Need more dough for your bakery? ThinkingCapital.ca/radio. Want to give your beauty salon a makeover?
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
Does your shop need a boost?
ThinkingCapital.ca/radio.
Whatever small business you run, they can help. Apply for a small business loan today at ThinkingCapital.ca/radio. You could receive up to $300,000 in as little as 24 hours.
Fuck, man, I can dream up something worth 300
It's
grand in
just
24
that
hours.
easy. This health report is brought to you by Cold Drops. One drop for temporary relief of sore throat and nasal congestion. Cold Drops are available at Metro pharmacies near you. This product may not be right for you. Always read and follow the label.
6 City News Time 7:48. There is hope for parents of self-absorbed teenagers in a new study that reveals how narcissism changes over time. Researchers in the U.S. looked at hundreds of people starting from adolescence into old age. They found key characteristics linked to narcissism, such as being full of yourself, being sensitive to criticism, and imposing your opinion on others tended to fall as people aged. The most significant moment in which a person's narcissism declines appears to be when they land their first job. The Public Health Agency of Canada is investigating an outbreak of salmonella linked to the handling of pet snakes and rodents. 92 people have fallen ill in BC, Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes provinces. The agency says many of the individuals who became sick had direct or indirect contact with snakes, pet rats, and feeder rodents used as reptile food before their illnesses occurred. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have traffic and the extended forecast. 6 City News Time 7:50.
Need window inspiration? Then you need to speak to the experts. Hi, I'm Tom Rokiki of Inline Fiberglass Windows and Doors. Our window experts are experienced in working with architects, builders, and homeowners to ensure your vision becomes a reality. So whether you're replacing your old windows or building your dream home, dream the dream with Inline Fiberglass. If you can dream it, we can build it. Visit our Factory Direct showroom, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or inlinefiberglass.com.
We're two men and a truck. So, you're moving to a new home, and all that's left to do is to call a mover you know you can trust. Well, naturally, you think two men and a truck, since you know they have lots of men and lots of trucks. They'll wrap, pack, and move everything you want. With a 96% referral rating and the professionalism you can trust, the choice is simple. For a free in-home estimate, call today. We're two men and a truck. Two men and a truck, the movers who care.
680 News Time 7:51.
Time for 6 City News, traffic and weather together on the ones for UNICEF up in Chopper 680. Here's Jordan Kerr.
No change on the northbound Forest Hand approaching Williams Parkway. Only the left lane open, all because of a police investigation. It's jammed approaching Clark. Alternates, anything else going northbound around here is going to be moving better. After that, it's moving well, but southbound on the Forest Hand really heavy approaching Sandalwood down to south of Williams Parkway. Nothing's blocked southbound, but everyone's slowing to look at these northbound delays. Southbound on alternates. Kennedy the best one right now. Dixie's getting busy, but not as jammed as the 410. From the 680 Traffic Center, Eva Crouches-Gatos.
We have ongoing delays. If you're northbound on the Don Valley Parkway, it's still going north of Don Mills all the way through to approaching Winford. But the good news, those problems approaching Winford, they've all cleared away. If you're using the southbound 404 Don Valley Parkway, still slow. Stouffville Road, south of Major Mackenzie, south of Finch to south of Lawrence. Again, a delay through Don Mills, and then slows down again as you make your way from south of Bloor onto the Gardner Expressway. Westbound on the Gardner Expressway, a delay from the Don Valley Parkway right through to Cherry. And now westbound on the 401, you'll find it slow from Nielsen to west of Young, alternately express and collector lanes. Delays again through Kiel, alternately express and collectors all the way through to Dixon. And westbound 401 at Dufferin in the express, it looks like we've got the right lane blocked off. That's all because of a stalled vehicle. So keep an eye out for that. It's already starting to just add to the delays that we're already seeing right through that stretch. Give a real gift with real impact this holiday. Shop UNICEF Survival Gifts at unicef.ca because every kid everywhere deserves a healthy and happy childhood.
Survival for UNICEF.
Here's the extended forecast with Jill Taylor.
Well, there are some flurries right now, mainly west of Toronto, around the Oakville area. A little bit heavier, but nothing too intense. Just keep in mind those snow squall watches and warnings continue if you're traveling outside the city, and those snow squalls could reduce visibility greatly. Now for today, our guaranteed high just -3. The average high is +2. A few flurries at times. We'll also get into a little bit of sunshine. -8 for the low. Tomorrow, sun and cloud and near zero. Friday, milder with a southwest wind up to 5 degrees. Rain moves in for Saturday. Right now, it feels like minus 12. It's minus 5 degrees, mostly cloudy. It appears to minus 4 at 680 news.
No. It does not feel like minus 12. You fucking liar. It's
Coming up at 8 o'clock, a man tasered by police on the northbound 410 in Brampton. Public high school teachers in Toronto on strike, and Time's youngest ever person of the year.
Right. Strike day. I knew there was something. All the high school kids are not in school.
Rocking the new year with Colin James on December 31st. Honeymoon Suite and Prism perform on February 28th. Chilliwack and Streetheart on March 13th. Melissa Etheridge, The Medicine Show Tour is coming on April 17th. Local legend Gordon Lightfoot returns on April 18th. And don't miss Ringo Starr in his All-Star Band May 29th.
Ringo Starr, for real?
For Ticketmaster and check out full concert listings at casinorama.com.
At 680 News, we know weather.
And we guarantee it.
If we're off by more than 3 degrees, we'll announce a lucky winner of our growing cash jackpot.
Now, get more chances to win each month and vacation better with Sunwing.
Enter in December for your chance to win an all-inclusive vacation for two at the Grand Memories Splash in Punta Cana.
Located near Bavaro Beach with one of the largest water parks, you can enjoy excitement and relaxation with 24-hour room service and 7 enormous water slides.
The 680 News weather guarantee with Sunwing at the Grand Memories Splash
at 680news.com.
A new online challenge has gone viral thanks to a local fitness enthusiast. Our resident athletic expert, Jeff Roman.
I walked to the cigarette store and back. Fuck
the
off.
shrimp squat. Jeff.
Yeah, Catherine. Melissa on TikTok posted a video doing this shrimp squat. It has over 600,000 likes and almost 5,000 comments. What is the shrimp squat? Well, you get into a half kneeling position, grab your back foot with both hands, lean forward, and then stand up. Piece of cake. We're a fit group in this newsroom.
I don't even know what that's supposed to look like.
Editor Samantha Knight, also a lifeguard.
Hold on.
I'm still sweating.
Laura Carney, she teaches at her gym.
Use Instagram or Twitter. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't want to talk about it.
Jamie Pulper, constantly working out.
Squat?
I still have hot flashes, and I think it defies gravity, personally.
And I know you all want to know how I did, and well, like I said, piece of cake. Our attempts are on the 680 News Instagram. Jeff Rahoman, 680 News.
I was too busy eating a giant.
Your radio station. What the fuck are you putting on Instagram? Here's a picture of me in front of a microphone. Motherfucker.
A few things.
Coming up in 60 seconds, Home Depot trims the profit forecast for 2020. We'll have the business report.
680 News Time, 7:56.
What the fuck is a pistol squat?
The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. That's a misconception. Another misconception is that Lazy Boy is all recliners. Yes, Lazy Boy has the most comfortable recliners, but also sofas, sectionals, love seats, fashionable Lazy Boy furniture and accessories for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. And designers who'll consult in your home for free. The Great Wall isn't
not what I'm
visible
supposed to be looking for.
and Lazy Boy is not all recliners. Surprise! It's Lazy Boy.
Hi, I'm Lori Holloway. You'll never forget the day you got a Lexus. Make that day today. It's the Lexus December to Remember event at Don Valley North Lexus, where you could lease the 2020 NX300 with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from just $188 bi-weekly for 40 months, and that includes $1,500 in delivery credits. Expect excellence at Don Valley North Lexus, 3120 Steeles, just east of the 404. Don Valley North. Details at DonValleyNorthLexus.com.
Now the 680 News Business Report. Here is Mike Apple.
Catherine, good morning. We're looking right now at Home Depot in early trading action, down a little bit coming into the session after the biggest home improvement retailer reported or gave guidance for the new year and actually lowered its sales outlook amid slowing home resales and renovation projects that they're expecting in 2020. So Home Depot, as competitors Lowe's, will be in the spotlight on that today. Hudson's Bay Company might have another move here to a potential privatization bid.
You're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up.
On the table from Chairman Richard Baker, who is offering $1.9 billion to buy out the HBC, is getting support from an investor group, Glass Lewis and Company, saying that investors should accept the Baker bid because there is no viable alternative deal on the table.
I mean, you gotta accept anything.
Baker's group owns for 57% of the HBC and won't sell to anyone else. Right now, there is an activist investor, Catalyst Capital, who has a higher price point, but again, facing resistance on that deal. HBC share prices traded well below any of the bids on the table. We have the price for oil right now, steady, $59 a barrel. U.S. inventories due a little later on today. That'll be a market mover. U.S. Fed makes a decision on interest rates just after 2. We have the Express Gold Refining, XAU.ca gold price update right now up $2.60. The precious metal trading at $1,471 an ounce in U.S. funds at the Business Center. I'm Mike Apple.
Or that famous actress. You must travel so much. What's
Catalyst Capital. I want to know the story behind this.
No. On the crazy savings.
Hilton.com. With their price match guarantee, if you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off.
No, one with lots of options.
Hilton.com has 16 top hotel brands. Hampton, Hilton Garden Inn, Waldorf Astoria.
Hilton.com. You should totally do their commercial.
Expect better. Expect Hilton.
You're good.
I know, thank you.
Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com.
Who owns you?
The world's greatest magicians come together live on stage for a holiday spectacular. The Illusionist Magic of the Holidays. This breathtaking magic spectacular showcases the jaw-dropping talents of the most incredible
My browser is just so much bullshit that I've never read on it.
The Illusionist Magic of the Holidays. Coming to Toronto from January 1st through 5th only. Book at meridianhall.com.
Now, 680 News regional weather conditions for Marquee Jewelers. Find everything you need for the holidays at Marquee Jewelers. The super sale continues on all rings, bracelets, chains, and more. Don't miss out. 2 Bloor Street West at Yonge.
In downtown Toronto, it's mostly cloudy, -4, wind chill, -11. 680 News is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 8
No
o'clock.
fucking wind. To get that much wind chill, you have to have wind.
Traffic and weather. This is 680 News.
I was just out there.
Paul Cook and Catherine Chattay.
Good morning. This is Wednesday, the 11th of December.
Here's what's making news right now.
A man is in hospital after being tasered by police during a traffic stop on the 14th Highway in Brampton. The northbound content now down to 1 lane at Williams Parkway for the investigation.
Putting on the pressure with another walkout involving public high school teachers at 9 boards, including Toronto. Negotiations with the Ford government.
So who's having the party today?
The King of the North has a message for the Six. Thank you, Toronto, as Raptors fans prepare to welcome the Claw back to Scotiabank Arena.
Teen activist
Who's the
Rita
King of the
Toomer
North?
has the name Time
fuck?
Magazine's Person of the Year.
People are suffering. People are dying.
She is the youngest person ever.
Full credit to Freddie Anderson, who looked excellent as the Maple Leafs beat the Canucks 4-1 in Vancouver. And more on Kawhi's return tonight, sports at 15.
Study morning for
No,
Scott
I read
Richards,
that
your
name
Fed
in a
decides on
newspaper article
interest rate
somewhere,
policy today. Home
and I
Depot
still
cuts
don't know how to
its
spell
2020
it.
sales guidance, business of 26.
680 News, time 8:01.
Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by California Closets. Let's get airborne. Jordan Kerr, Chopper 680.
A very little change in Brampton right now on the 410. Northbound on the 410, approaching Williams Parkway. Only the left lane's open because of a police investigation, as you've been hearing all through the morning in the newscast. The northbound 410 jammed approaching Clark up to approaching Williams Parkway. And southbound 410 is jammed from Sandalwood down to south of Williams Parkway. Nothing's blocked southbound, and everyone's slowing to take a look. Both Kennedy and Dixie are both great alternates for north and southbound traffic. From the 680 Traffic Center, Eva Francescatos.
Well, you'll still find delays on the westbound 401 as you make your way from the 412 to Salem, Nielsen to west of Yonge Express and collector lanes, and then delays from about approaching Kiel in the Express where the right lane is blocked because of a stalled vehicle. Emergency crews are on the scene. It's quite jammed up anywhere from about Allen all the way through to Dixon, alternately Express and collector lanes. And then you still have ongoing slowdowns from west of the 410 collectors to west of Mavis. Eastbound on the QEW, it's busier the Burlington Skyway, Guelph line to 3rd, south down to Dixie. And we also still have ongoing slowdowns. The northbound 400 is busy from approaching the 407 all the way through to the ramp to Highway 7, which is still shut down because of a collision. So you cannot access that North 400 ramp right through to Highway 7. It is still closed off for collision. It's the Friends and Family event at California Closets. Save up to 20% on your next custom storage system. Start by booking your free consultation at californiaclosets.ca. Next report is at 8:11. Here's the forecast with Jill Taylor.
Cold and windy for us today. A few flurries for Toronto and the GTA right now. Some flurries mainly west of Toronto. It feels like -12. It's mostly cloudy, -5 at Pearson, -4 at 680 News. The guaranteed high just -3.
680 News time 8:03.
Happening now in Brampton, a slow go on the northbound 410 where the possible involvement of the Special Investigations Unit at the scene of a police traffic stop where a taser was used during an arrest.
Throw popcorn at them when you drive by.
680's Kevin Meisner is there and joins us live with the latest. Kevin.
Well, Catherine, at this point, we don't have an explanation as to why the vehicle was stopped here on the northbound 400 approaching Williams Parkway, but we do know that a driver was stopped, a small black vehicle, around 2:20 this morning. Field Constable Sarah Patton says that vehicle did pull over, but then when police approached it, there was a struggle involving the man in the passenger seat.
Both driver and passenger in custody. Passenger was taken to hospital and just waiting to hear extent of injuries.
And if the man was seriously injured, it is possible the province's police watchdog, the Special Investigations Unit, will have to be called in. Drivers, in the meantime, on the northbound 410 say traffic approaching this scene is absolutely horrible.
Oh, it's really bad, really bad. It's really slow. One lane, you can imagine, and it takes 10 minutes to the place that I only take 1 minute.
Just from Queen Street.
It's Queen Street to Williams.
All traffic here on the northbound 410 approaching Williams being squeezed over into the left-hand lane to get past this police investigation scene. Reporting live on the 410 and Williams Parkway in Brampton, Kevin Meisner, 680 News.
680 News time 8:04.
My passenger got me pulled over to arrested. Well, pulled over, I don't know, arrested.
Person of the year. 680's Laura Carney's here.
I hope they chase your ass twice.
And Paul Time editor-in-chief Edward Felton making the announcement just a few minutes ago on the Today
Show.
Show.
I fucking tried to stop it from falling.
She became the biggest voice on the biggest issue facing the planet this year, coming from essentially nowhere to lead a worldwide movement.
The 16-year-old activist, the youngest person to be named Time Person of the Year.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is the money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth.
She can make good money in a Disney movie, eh?
Thunberg began a global movement by skipping school in August of 2018 and camped outside the Swedish Parliament building. And in the 16 months since then, she has addressed heads of state of the UN, met with the Pope, sparred with the U.S. president, and inspired 4 million people to join the global climate strike on September 20th in what was the largest climate demonstration in history. Thunberg beating out Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, the whistleblower, and the Hong Kong protesters. Reporting live, Laura Carney, 680 News. 680 News time 8:05. This news segment brought to you by PrudentFinancial.net. Driving could be tricky for those north of the city and in Niagara region today. There are snow squall watches and warnings in place for certain areas north of the city. Barrie's under a watch further north towards cottage countries where it changes into a snow squall warning. Our meteorologist Jill Taylor says that's not all. Also, winter weather travel advisory for the Niagara Falls region. There could be brief but intense snowfall that could really impact road conditions and visibility. So keep that in mind if you're in the Niagara Falls region. For Toronto and the GTA, we might see some flurries, likely no accumulation. It'll be cold. Today's guaranteed high is -3, feeling closer to -10 with the wind chill.
680 News time 8:06. Public high school students here in Toronto among the thousands across the province for whom classes are canceled today as their teachers stage another one-day strike. Our Jamie Pulver's here live with the latest on the contract dispute and its impact on families. Jamie.
Yeah, Paul, it's a walkout meant to keep putting on the pressure. Last week, the one-day strike involving public high school teachers
teachers was province-wide. This time,
See your
limited
fucking
to
iPhone
9
do
school
that.
boards, including Toronto. Some elementary schools in the French public and Catholic boards are also affected. It's a drop-down, drag-out fight between the teachers and the Ford government. And this grade 9 student tells City News the situation in the classroom is concerning.
And the class sizes is already happening to one of my classes. We're all squished in the back or squished in the front, and it's not good.
So what's going on with negotiations? Talks have stalled, and the government claims that if all the union's demands were met, it would cost taxpayers $7 billion. The Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation calls that ridiculous.
All of their demands put together. They're not breaking it down.
6 City News, time 8:07. It's shaping up to be a Kawhi Leonard love fest at Scotiabank Arena tonight, where the former Raptor, instrumental in the team's first ever NBA championship, returns to Toronto as an LA Clipper. 6 City's Alex Bloomfield is at Yonge and Dundas, where a massive billboard is marking the occasion. He joins us live with a story and reaction. Alex.
Yeah, that's right, Catherine. It's pretty large here. It says, "Thank you, Toronto." New Balance and a big portrait of Kawhi Leonard overlooking Yonge Dundas Square. Lots of people looking up this morning. And with that message to Toronto from Kawhi, I've been asking Raptors fans their message to Kawhi.
Kawhi, thanks for everything, man. You brought a championship to Toronto. Appreciate all your hard work.
He just elevated everything to the next level.
We'll miss you, but we'll beat you tonight.
And that game tonight will go at 7 o'clock down at Scotiabank Arena. Tip-off right just after 7. It's a broadcast nationally in the U.S., so an earlier tip-off than normal here in Toronto. So get down there quick if you have tickets. There's still some available. They'll go several hundred, even in the upper deck. And you might be heading towards 1,000 in the lower bowl for great seats for this one. Clippers, Raptors, Kawhi's return tonight, and he'll get his ring in the pregame ceremony. Reporting live, I'm Alex Bloomfield.
Is that like the numbers are absolutely start with a Q or a C or a K or what?
Garrett Cole signing the biggest contract ever for a pitcher. Our Simon Bennett breaking 6 calculators before filing the story.
This is just nuts. Garrett Cole, an all-star in Houston the last 2 years, signing with the Yankees, 9 years, $324 million. That's an average of $36 million a season. And if you take into account he only pitches every 5 days and his past workload is over $1 million per start. Now here's some perspective. The city of Anaheim about to sell Angel Stadium to that team's owner for almost the same amount, give or take $1 million. So Cole could basically buy a stadium with that money. Folks in Toronto hoping the Jays will do something big. Here's President Mark Shapiro.
We have progressed conversations. We have made offers, and we have had trade conversations that we never had before we got here that are interesting and I think will lead someplace.
The winter meetings continue in San Diego. I'm Simon Bennett.
Nice work if you can get it. Coming up at 8:11, traffic and weather together on the ones, including northbound 400 ramp to Highway 7 closed for a collision.
6 City News, time 8:10.
The holidays snuck up on you. You're looking for a little extra money to make it all happen. Call or click to Prudent
I don't know what the fuck I can send video out, but I can't fucking.
Prudent has been there when you needed a loan, even with a lower credit score, even when you're self-employed.
I grabbed the newspaper from somewhere.
Prudent puts the equity in your car or home to work for you. Loans up to $35,000 same day.
Used to be something people did. They went out and got cigarettes and coffee and donuts in the newspaper. Now they spend all that money on fucking downloads.
Restrictions Jarvis between Front and Queen for gas main installation. York down to a single lane between Lakeshore and Bremner for long-term construction.
6 City News, time 8:10.
Wow, I thought I was lost, but then I remembered there's no need to look any further. Until December 15th during Sales Holiday Gift Event, you get a $25 gift card with every purchase of $100 on items at a regular price. Every great story begins at sale.
Some bargains have to be seen to be believed. When you see Sunwing's best beach bargains, you'll believe one thing. These beach bargains are unbelievably good. Book your all-inclusive winter beach holiday and vacation better with our best price guarantee. But hurry, our best beach bargains will be around for less time than you bargained for. Book by December 13th with your travel agent or
Wow, I thought I was lost, but then I remembered there's no need to look any further. Until December 15th during Sales Holiday Gift Event, you get a $25 gift card with every purchase of $100 on items at a regular price. Every great story begins at sale.
6 City News, time 8:11.
Traffic and weather together on the ones, brought to you by Nikon Canada Airborne.
Chopper 680, Jordan Kerr.
A flyer of the 410, the northbound 410 approaching Williams Parkway. Left lane is still the only lane that's open right now, so the 3 right lanes are blocked off, all because of a police investigation. A couple of police cruisers have left the scene, but there's still a lot there. Northbound 410 jammed, approaching Clark, up to approaching Williams Parkway, and southbound on the 410, that's jammed from south of Sandalwood down to south of Williams Parkway. Kennedy and Dixie are good alternates for north and southbound traffic right now. From the 680 Traffic Center, Eva Francescatos.
Well, we still have ongoing problems northbound 400 ramp to Highway 7. That problem has just cleared away. They've reopened the ramp, so that's great news. It's still quite slow just from about the 407 to 7. And then after that, it looks pretty good. Now we still have ongoing issues westbound on the 401 approaching Kiel in the Express. We've got the 2 right lanes closed off because of a stalled vehicle. Emergency crews are on the scene. Westbound 401, it's slow from the 412 all the way through to about Salem. And then it jams up again on that westbound 401. This should make your way from west of Markham all the way through to west of Young, alternate the Express and collector lanes. And then delays again from approaching Bathurst in the Express and from Allen in the collectors right through to those problems approaching Kiel in the Express. And then after that, you'll just find a delay from the 410 in the collectors all the way through to west of Mavis. Need gift ideas for the holidays? How about a Nikon DSLR camera or lenses? Right now, save up to $800 during the Capture the Savings event at your local Nikon authorized dealer. Next report, 8:21. Here's the forecast with Jill Taylor.
Address for a wind chill -11 right now. The bulk of the flurries, and they're pretty light for the most part. West of Toronto, Brampton to Oakville, and then to the Hamilton area. Guaranteed high just -3. The average high is 2, -8 for the low right now. Mostly cloudy, -5 at Pearson, -4 at 680 News. The guaranteed high, just -3.
680 News time, 8:13.
Now the Scotia iTrade Market Minute.
Over to Mike Keppel at the 680 Business Center. Mike.
Catherine, markets are steady. We are watching shares in the aviation industry this morning as we're hearing from the head of the Federal Aviation Administration in the States right now on CNBC, talking about the certification process of the Boeing 737 MAX. And he's basically saying it's not going to get done before the end of this year. It'll go into 2020. So this might have airlines, again, rethinking when that plane will be back in service. Will they adjust the timeline accordingly? The price for oil right now is down 27 cents at $58.97. Gold is up $2 at $14.70. Our Canadian dollar, 75.54. That's steady at the Business Center. I'm Mike Apple.
Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get up to $1,500 cash and $6.99 pricing, or up to 500 free equity trades. Details at scotiaitrade.com/winter20.
680 News time, 8:14.
Okay, stop. For the best appliance deal ever, come into Gomez today. You'll save up to 25% on all Eco appliances. Yep, that's 25% off on top of manufacturer rebates and promotions. Pricing on most Bosch dishwashers are lower than they've ever been. Energy savings rebate by the Government of Canada. Visit Gomez.com for details.
Devastating wildfires in Fort McMurray. Extreme flooding in Ottawa. An empty kitchen table at Christmas. We'll be there because everyone needs an army. Donate this holiday season
try not to hate because it is your holiday.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Mix of sun and cloud on the way today.
I love the Salvation Army
with occasional flurries and a high of just -3. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center of downtown Toronto. I'm Paul Cook.
I'm Catherine Gitte. Here are the top stories right now.
Time magazine chooses Greta Thunberg, the teenage Swedish climate crisis activist, as Person of the Year. A huge Kawhi Leonard billboard with the words "Thank you, Toronto" lights up Dundas Square ahead of the Claw's return to Scotiabank Arena tonight as an LA Clipper, where he'll be presented with his Raptors NBA championship ring.
And public high school teachers with 9 of the province's school boards, including the PDSB, are off the job for a second straight Wednesday for a one-day strike to back contract demands.
For these and other stories, go to 680news.com.
Time now for 680 Sports.
From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Simon Bennett.
All making 6 wins in 9 games for the Maple Leafs on the Sheldon Keefe at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, which sounded like a Toronto home game at times. John Tavares scoring twice and adding an assist as the Leafs win 4-1 over the Canucks. The road trip Kings in Calgary tomorrow night. The Dallas Stars firing head coach Jim Montgomery, not because of wins or losses, but due to, quote, unprofessional conduct. Rick Bowness taking over behind their bench last night. Huge game of the Raptors tonight in Toronto. Kawhi Leonard back in the six for the first time since leaving for the Clippers. Expect a big ovation if you're going. Head there for 6:45. That's when he gets his ring at a pregame ceremony. Now, what would you do with all that money? Baseball's winter meetings just reaching insanity right now. The Yankees signing Garrett Cole, the gem of the free agent market for pitching, 9 years, $324 million. That's a record for a pitcher. No action with the Blue Jays yet. The winter meetings continue today in San Diego. Sports 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime at the home of Tim and Sid, now on radio and TV. Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
680 News Time, 8:17.
Don't you ever get tired of getting your own way?
Let me think.
No, I never get tired.
You wanted to go to Maple
Everybody had the same damn idea. They're all trying to check the
Thank
speed of their fucking
You want
internet
this
connection
make,
at the same damn website
and you
at the
got it.
same damn time. I'm sure.
Dealerships together, I knew we wouldn't have to look too hard.
They just keep saying yes, no matter what you want.
Maple Auto Mall is my kind of mall.
Personally, I think this sets a bad precedent.
Happy holidays from the Maple Auto Mall.
Questions about your furnace? Call on Reliance Home Comfort. Cecil asks, can I control my home's heating with voice commands? Yes, when you connect a smart thermostat and smart speaker, you can do just that. Right now, get our featured furnace with no monthly payments or interest for 18 months. And we'll throw in a Google Home Hub and Nest Smart Thermostat as an exclusive bonus. So you can simply say, hey Google, make it warmer. And just like that, your home warms up. When you need help fast. Conditions and taxes apply. Interest accrues 18 months from installation. Financing OAC.
6 City News Time, 8:18.
A powerful suicide bombing near the largest U.S. military base in Afghanistan has killed at least one person and wounded dozens of others. ABC's James Longman says the bombing targeted an under-construction medical facility.
This bomb was so big that homes nearby were destroyed and a large mosque damaged just days after U.S.-Afghan peace talks resumed. There are around 12,000 U.S. troops in Afghanistan, which President Trump has long said he wants to bring home. But stabilizing this country has been a long and costly struggle, and it's unclear if that will happen anytime soon.
No one immediately claimed responsibility for the attack, but both the Taliban and ISIS staged near daily attacks in Kabul and elsewhere in Afghanistan. To Washington now, actually not Washington, but Pennsylvania, where Donald Trump held nothing back at a rally, mocking Democrats, the impeachment process, and attacking the FBI.
In his speech to supporters in Hershey, Pennsylvania, President Trump said Democrats and the Washington establishment are trying to overturn the results of the 2016 election. He also claimed the effort is backfiring on the Democrats.
Poll numbers have gone through the roof because of her stupid impeachment.
As for his battles with the Democrats throughout his presidency,
a regular president would have been under a table, thumb in the mouth, saying, take me home, mommy, this is too tough for me.
The president also called some in the FBI scum and dismissed the Justice Department Inspector General's report, determining that the FBI was justified in opening its investigation into ties between his 2016 campaign and Russia. I'm Tim McGuire.
6 City News Time, 8:20.
Tim Hortons makes holiday shopping easy.
I'm not online.
Your list. Like friends, coworkers, and even know-it-all cousins. $1 from every purchase of our holiday merchandise supports Tim Hortons Foundation Camps. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Available to participating restaurants for a limited time.
Fever burns like hot tamales. Fa la 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 la. Cold and flu season's not so jolly. Fa la 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 blah. Don't let cold and flu season give you the holiday blues. Get your flu shot to help protect yourself against getting the flu. If you do get sick, use Benylin and Tylenol products to relieve your worst cold or flu symptoms, fever or cough. So now, nothing else will mingle with your holiday jingle. Available at Shoppers Drug Mart. To be sure these products are right for you, always read and follow the label.
Tim Hortons makes holiday shopping easy, no matter who's on your list. Like friends, coworkers, and even know-it-all cousins. $1 from every purchase of our holiday merchandise supports Tim Hortons Foundation Camps. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Available to participating restaurants for a limited time.
6 City News time, 8:21.
Traffic and weather together on the ones brought to you by Rogers Wireless. Airborne Chopper 680 Jordan Curve.
A little change of Brampton, northbound on the 410, approaching Williams Parkway. We still have the 3 right lanes blocked up, all because of a police investigation. Only the left lane's getting by, and it's jammed approaching Clark. Southbound on the 410, that's jammed up approaching Sandalwood to south of Williams Parkway. Really slow going through here. Looking at alternates, Dixie and Kennedy, both moving very well for north and southbound alternates. If you are going southbound, you can jump back on a Queen and avoid the backup completely. From the 680 Traffic Center, we have Eva Fragiscatos.
And we have ongoing problems westbound 401 approaching Keel Express. 2 right lanes are still blocked. That's all because of a stalled vehicle. We've got emergency crews on the scene. It's quite jammed up on the westbound 401. From approaching Brock Street to approaching Salem, McCowan to the 404, alternately Express and Collectors. And then it slows again, Leslie to west of Young Express and Collectors. And again, a delay approaching Bathurst, both Express and Collectors to those problems approaching Keel in the Express lanes. Once you're past that problem, it slows down again from the 410 in the Collectors all the way through to Mavis. You'll also still find it quite heavy going on the southbound 404 Don Valley Parkway from Stouffville Road to south of Major Mackenzie, Finch all the way through to south of Don Mills. Minor delay getting on to the Gardner. Eastbound on the Gardner, that's slow east to the 427 all the way through to Dufferin. And southbound Albion approaching Steele's problems there. They've all cleared away. Right now, visit Rogers for exclusive in-store offers and a chance to win one of 9 Samsung Grand Prizes. Contest ends December 18th. Next report, 8:31. Here's the extended forecast with Jill Taylor.
It's a cold morning for us. Flurries at times for Toronto and the GTA. The activity right now is mainly west and southwest of Toronto. The snow squall watches and warnings continue for areas near Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. And there's also a winter weather travel advisory from Environment Canada for the Niagara Falls area. So snow could be at times intense, reduced visibility if you're heading into that area. Our guaranteed high today, just -3. The average high is +2, -8 for the low. Tomorrow, sun and cloud 0. Milder on Friday, a bit of sunshine and then rain for Saturday. Right now it feels like -11. It's mostly cloudy. -5 at Pearson, -4 at 680 News. The guaranteed high, just -3.
And because Jill did not miss the weather guarantee yesterday, the jackpot climbs to $8,900.
Coming up at 6:30, why several lanes of the northbound 410 in Brampton remain closed. Another walkout Wednesday for Toronto District School Board high school teachers. Time names its person of the year and why you don't want to miss tonight's Raptors game.
680 News time, 8:23.
It's day 3 of Staples 12 Days of Gifting. Every day a new gift for someone special at a one-day only price. Today, December 11th, is for gamers. Get them a Rainer gaming chair so that they can focus on honing their reflexes to take over the world. Save 50% on the Rainer gaming chair, now $149.99, plus 20% off all other regular price gaming chairs. Today only, in-store and at staples.ca. Staples. Gifts that get them.
From finger painting to times tables, school's the start of a journey that can take kids anywhere. Our education system needs to evolve to reflect this journey, to prepare kids for the future, their future. So we're updating it to give kids the tools they need to support positive mental health, real life skills, and prepare for what's next, so they're ready to rise to every test, during school and after. Learning is improving your child's educational journey at ontario.ca/education for tomorrow. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
680 News time, 8:25.
For all Christmas news at 25 minutes past each hour, brought to you by the Illusionists Magic of the Holidays. Well, if you still need to send your Christmas parcels but don't want to pay extra in shipping, you need to get to the post office today. Our Jeff Verhoeven joins us live with the reason why. Jeff.
Yeah, Paul, the reason why is today is the deadline to mail Christmas packages by regular mail within Canada to ensure they reach their destination by the 25th.
Yes, I'd like to send this letter to the Russian consulate in Siam by aeromail. Am I too late for the 4:30 autogyro?
Oh, I better look in the manual. Yeah, and according to Canada Post, almost 1.5 million packages are moved every day around the Christmas season. That's crazy. If you were planning on sending a parcel to the States by regular mail, well, yesterday was your deadline, but there's always a chance. And if you're okay with spending a little more on postage, you can wait until the 20th. Jeff Verhoeven, 680 News.
You got enough money, you can wait till the 25th.
Christmas news at 25 minutes past every hour on 680 News.
What's going on, eh?
This deal is only for CAA members. Get a welcome bonus of up to 75 CAA dollars with the National Bank CAA Rewards MasterCard credit card. Plus, CAA members, this deal is only for CAA members. Get a welcome bonus of up to 75 CAA dollars with the National Bank CAA Rewards MasterCard credit card. Plus, CAA members earn up to 2% in CAA dollars on eligible purchases. Whether you're planning a trip or doing holiday shopping, you'll want a credit card with practical rewards to save you money. This is a limited time offer, so apply today at terms and conditions apply.
6 City News, time 8:26.
Yeah, the business report. The Federal Aviation Administration in the U.S. is talking to CNBC this morning, saying that what the regulators are looking at and what Boeing's timeline is right now are not necessarily include Air Canada and WestJet along with Sunwing. We are also complying with Canadian ownership and control requirements. The Canadian Transport Association saying that WestJet and its discount subsidiary Swoop would remain Canadian if Onex amends its bylaws to ensure that any matters voted on by the board of directors are done with the majority of Canadian directors being present. It has to have majority control. This deal was actually challenged by Air Canada. Looks to be another step closer to being completed. The Dow Futures Index is down 30 points. The price for oil slipping 25 cents, 58.99. Really a holding pattern this morning on markets. We got oil inventories due at 10:30. Decision on U.S. interest rates at 2 this afternoon. Gold is up $2.1470, and the Canadian dollar 75.57 is down 2/100ths of a cent. At the business center,
I understand that I grew up with computers and
the accolades continue for Don Alfonso 1890 Toronto. The esteemed restaurant has been named the second best Italian restaurant in Italy.
Hi, I'm Nick DiDonato, president at Liberty Entertainment Group. I
You're
want
the
to
first
congratulate
loser.
3-star Michelin chef Alfonso Iacarino and the entire team at Don Alfonso for receiving such an incredible international honor. We look forward to continuing to provide exceptional dining experiences here in Toronto.
To find out more, visit DonAlfonsoToronto.com.
I've done this before. Slow
Right
internet.
now at Rogers, you can unwrap more photos with Samsung's Pro-Grade multi-camera and infinite data you can share when you get them both on a Rogers Infinite plan. Get twice the nice.
For the 680 News Business Travelers Forecast, brought to you by Walmart.
Walmart's rolling back prices on thousands of items from toys to electronics, including brand names like Keurig, KitchenAid, Hot Wheels, and Barbie. Hurry, the rollback event is on now at Walmart.
Vancouver today, chance of drizzle or rain, 8 degrees the high. Chicago, partly cloudy, -2. Atlanta, partly cloudy, and 11. Right now, we are at -4 and clear in downtown Toronto. With
.ca up in Chopper 680. Here's Jordan Kerr.
Still no change on the northbound 410 approaching Williams Parkway. Left lane is still the only lane that's open right now. The 3 right lanes and the ramp lanes are all blocked up, all because of a police investigation. Northbound 410, jammed approaching Clark up to Williams Parkway. Southbound on the 410, that's really heavy from Sandwood to south of Williams Parkway. Everyone's slowing down to take a look at those northbound issues. There's nothing blocked southbound. Dixie and Kennedy as alternates are decent. They're definitely better than the 410. Getting busy, especially going southbound as you approach Queen from the 680 traffic center. We have Eva Fragiscatos.
Now we have ongoing problems and delays. If you're using that North 404 Don Valley Parkway, it's slow from north of Don Mills to north of Lawrence, and then North 404 ramp to Finch. Right lane blocked, and that's all because of a stalled vehicle. Looking at the westbound side of the 401, still busy coming out of Durham region, and then it slows down again from McCowan right through to about west of Yonge, alternately express and collector lanes. West 401 approaching Kiel in the express. Great news. Problems through there. They have all cleared away. All lanes are now open, but westbound 401, it is still very slow from about Yonge all the way through to those earlier problems that we had at Kiel. Once you get past Kiel, the westbound 401 slows down again from the 410 and the collectors all the way through to about Mavis. 65 and over, it's not too late to get the flu shot. The high-dose flu vaccine is now covered in Ontario. Available in doctors' clinics or visit fluzone.ca. Next report is at 8:41. Here's a check on the forecast now with Jill Taylor.
Gusty wind and flurries at times for Toronto and the GTA, and below average temperatures. Right now it feels like -11. It's -5, mostly cloudy at Pearson, -4, some light flurries downtown. The guaranteed high, just -3.
680 News Time, 8:33.
Happening now in Brampton, a partial closure of the northbound 410 at Williams Parkway. Police say they used a taser on a man during a traffic stop.
680's Kevin Meisner's at the scene and joins us live. Kevin.
Yeah, Paul, Peel Police closing most of the northbound 410 highway here, approaching Williams Parkway, as they continue to investigate that traffic stop that ended with 2 arrests. Around 2:20 this morning, Constable Sarah Patton says there was a struggle involving a man in the passenger seat of a gray Hyundai that was pulled over on the side of the 40.
Fans have been stopping by ahead of tonight's game at Scotiabank Arena, taking photos of this and sharing their thoughts of Kawhi's one-year wild ride to a title here in Toronto.
I stood back at the game 7 bucket. We dropped against the 76ers, and it really meant a lot for our city.
Others looking forward to giving him a standing ovation tonight, including Mayor John Tory, who has issued his own congratulations, although urging Torontonians to remain loyal to the Raptors after the pregame ceremony, where Kawhi will receive his ring, and some fans are already on top of that.
Get ready to lose.
Reporting live, I'm Alex Bloomfield.
680 News Time, 8:38, 2019's Time Person of the Year is the youngest recipient ever. 680's Laura Carney's here live with the announcement made this morning. Laura.
And Paul, yes, at just 16, Greta Thunberg becomes the youngest person to be named Time Person of the Year. Times editor-in-chief Edward Felsenthal making the announcement on the Today Show this morning.
Her rise in influence has been really extraordinary. She was a solo protester with a hand-painted sign 14 months ago.
And in that time, since she first camped outside the Swedish Parliament building, she's addressed heads of state of the UN, met with the Pope, and inspired -10. Good morning from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Catherine Jeté.
Paul Cook here, the top stories this Wednesday morning.
A traffic stop on the 410 in Brampton early this morning results in a man being tasered by police. 3 northbound lanes are blocked approaching Williams Parkway for the investigation. Raptors championship ring in a special ceremony before the game, and 9 school boards in the province, including the Toronto District School Board, are canceling high school classes today as the union representing public secondary teachers stages a one-day strike.
Time now for 680 Sports.
From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, here's Simon Bennett.
Catherine, this road trip could end up doing wonders on the Maple Leafs, and emphatic